Showcase has been. We have 4 more great games ahead of you, beginning with the Indians and the Bulldogs. My name's Jack McGonigal, joined by Chad Schmidt. And Chad, what do you look for? You know Broken Bow as well as anybody. What are you going to look for the Indians today?
Well, for the Indians, I mean, it really all season long, it's been a mindset. You know, if they come into the game and they look like they're going to win, they're going to win. I mean, there's just no stopping them. I mean, but if they come into the game with their heads hung low, it normally doesn't go so well. They are missing a key piece today. Number 5, Jocelyn Coleman, is out sick. She's a huge, small power forward, as well as being so aggressive on defense here. But I think they're going to do really, really well. You see Hallie McCaslin starting in her place, a similar type player. Bobbled on the ball there, but Kailyn Scott picks it up easily. So I think it's going to be a really, really good game. I was talking to some of the players. I think it's going to be a great matchup here. They said they're here and they're ready to win.
So Broken Bow won the tip-off, had the ball since the get-go. Missed shot there, and the Indians get the board. That was White on the rebound. She kicks it to Kailyn Scott. The Scots 2 to watch for the Indians, both averaging over 10 points per game, have carried this Broken Bow team to an 8-2 record in their first 10 games. But good defensive stand from the Bulldogs here in the first minute.
Yeah, in her last game, Kaya Scott hit the 1,000-point mark in her career, as Brianna Quinn is going to put one in there. She's actually new to Broken Bow this year. She moved from Southern Valley, and she has been a great addition, both volleyball and basketball. She has so much potential. Kailyn Scott stealing the ball there, a little one-on-one here. Scott, a great ball handler.
So Kailyn Scott picks up the steal at half court and takes it and draws the first foul of the game. And that was the first personal on Sydney Binder. And a minute and a half inbound coming from Scott. And now back down to Kailyn Scott on the block. Spin move, wants to pivot, and just a little short. And the rebound picked up by Binder. And now Binder moving the ball up the floor, being picked up on defense immediately by Kailyn Scott. And Binder goes to Melody Billings, the 5'5 senior, and now to Jaylee Darnell. And Auburn working their way on the left side, now in the paint. Darnell goes up with it and is fouled by Kailyn Scott, her first, the team's first, and that will earn 2 free throws for Jaylee Darnell, number 42.
Broken Bow sporting some brand new jerseys today.
And they look sharp, red on red. And the first one from Darnell off the back iron doesn't go, but has one more opportunity. And one more coming for Jaylee Darnell. And that one is good. So 2-1 Auburn on the board. And here come the Indians. Kailyn Scott bringing the ball up the floor. And Scott goes to her left, hands it off to Kaya Scott. Shot no good, rebounded. Running after it was McCaslin, the 5'6 sophomore, and it's stolen away by Auburn. And here comes Billings. Billings on the right-handed layup and in. And Auburn has the early lead, 3-2. Just a hair over 2 minutes into this game. And now up the floor is Kailyn Scott. And Scott goes to McCaslin. McCaslin trying to connect with Scott. Scott barely keeps it in play, but now working around on the left side. Kaya Scott goes to White. And now White back to Kailyn Scott. Over to McCaslin. Back to Kaya Scott. Kaya Scott spin move on the wing. Kicks it to White. White shot no good. Excuse me, that was Brianna Quinn. And ball on the floor. And an out of bounds call. And we'll stay right here. And the first substitution's coming in for Broken Bow.
Something to mention, 2 of those substitutions, Gabby Staples, number 10, and Janae Martin, number 30, are freshmen.
Some young talent in there, especially with Hallie McCaslin, just a sophomore already in the starting lineup for Broken Bow. And Staples driving to her right. Tough move. Can't get it to go. But right there to bait the rebound was Toby. She can't hang on. And jump ball called will go towards Auburn. Or no, we'll stay. Yes, we'll go towards Auburn as Broken Bow won the tip-off.
And Toby, a sophomore this year, has torn it up on defense. She's just been a defensive monster. She is great underneath the basket. Tons of rebounds. Very, very aggressive defense.
So Broken Bow, quick turnaround after winning in Holdridge last night. And now take the floor here at the Showcase at Kearney High. And a wide open 3 doesn't go. for Billings, and it's rebounded by Scott, and Scott, this time it was Kaya bringing the ball up the floor, tries to find Toby, but out of bounds, deflected by the Bulldogs, and will stay right here with the Indians.
You know, and that's something we've had to talk about a lot today, too. A lot of these teams have played games just last night. So not only is it, you know, your basketball skill, but it's your mentality, your mental state coming in that tired, and your legs. Do you have the endurance to play against such a tough team? You know, 2 nights in a row, 2 games in a row, that's really tough on a team. Most teams are used to getting 2 or 3 days between a game.
So Kaya Scott back to Kailyn Scott, and that's knocked away, and it's taken away by Jaylee Darnell, number 42, who quickly gets it to Binder, the point guard. And Sydney Binder looking to find a teammate, does. She finds Frank, and Frank now back to Baltonsperger. And here's Binder. Binder driving center of the lane. Goes to Billings, 3 on the way, no good, but right there for the rebound, up and not falling was Baltonsperger, and she will head to the line for 2 free throws.
That was a good shot by Melody Billings. Just such a tough angle there, almost, you know, behind the basket. No angle there, but good job by Baltonsperger there to pick up the rebound, draw the foul.
So Zoe Baltonsperger gets 2, and the first one goes. So Auburn 2 for 3 from the lines, where they have half their points as they take a 4-2 lead. And then one more coming. Again, substitutions in for Broken Bow. Both teams in Class C1. And that one goes as well, so a perfect 2 for 2, 5-2. Auburn in front, and just over the midway point of the first quarter. And here comes Broken Bow. Staples goes to Martin, back to Staples. Staples hands it off to White. Now to Scott. Scott, 3 on the way is good. Number 24, Kaya Scott, with the first Broken Bow 3-pointer of the day.
You know, these 2 teams are a great example of what makes the C1 class such a hard class to be in.
Well, there's so much talent. It's so big compared to some of the other classes. And now at the free throw line, there's Baltonsperger. Finds Billings. Billings loses it, but now back to Maddox. That's Addie Maddox, number 25. Now Baltonsperger kicks it back out. 3 on the way, no good. And rebounded by Baltonsperger. A couple offensive rebounds already for her today. But Broken Bow gets a board and now flying down the floor.
Good steal there by Staples. The 3-pointer from Martin, no good.
And Auburn picks up the rebound. And here comes Addie Maddox, number 25. And Maddox now to Billings. Billings on the right side. Being defended by Martin. Now trying to find Baltonsperger down low, knocked away by Broken Bow, and it'll be an inbounds play under Auburn's own basket. And inbounding, looks like it'll be Melody Billings, number 10. And Billings on the inbound. And tried to find Baltonsperger, but knocked away, and it will end up being Broken Bow basketball.
Yeah, that was some good defense there from the Indians. Got some subs coming in here. See Brianna Quinn come in here for Kaya Scott. And Kailyn Scott is in here for Gabby Staples. Kailyn Scott is great at taking these in. She's really, really good about controlling the pace of the game, not getting too ahead of herself and just trying to take it coast to coast and get her team ahead. Broken Bow's done really good this year, running their offense, taking their time, wasting the clock. A wide open McKinley Toby there.
And the rebound comes from Kailyn Scott on the offensive board, and she is fouled as she goes up for the second chance opportunity. And the first free throws coming for the Indians today will be from number 3, Kailyn Scott.
And that's a very, very good thing. She is their best free throw shooter. She is phenomenal from the free throw line.
2:12 to go, first quarter. And Kailyn Scott hits her first, so it's Broken Bow back in front by 1, 6-5, could make it 2 with another Scott free throw here.
And Binder comes in for Maddox there on the Bulldog side. Second one on the way, and it is good here. So Bow up by 2 now with a score of 7-5.
And Auburn, now the full court press put on by the Indians. And Auburn has to break it. Here's Binder. And Binder tried to split the defenders, but chooses wisely not to, and Auburn crosses the half-court line back to Sydney Binder. And Binder finds Billings, back to Binder quickly. And now to Frank. Back to Frank on the right side, or left side. And nice defense there, breaking the pass up was Martin, number 30. And back into the game, Kailyn Scott didn't spend too much time on the bench as she replaces Janae Martin, the freshman.
Yeah, Martin's going to be a great freshman. She's just very, very strong. She's very aggressive on defense, and that is the three-pointer from Melody Billings.
Billings one to watch from Auburn. It's 8-7, Bulldogs in front. And here's Scott. Scott goes back to Kailyn Scott. Now top of the key is Toby. Toby driving to her right, kicks it back out to Kailyn Scott. Now Scott wants the three, little long, and the rebound right there was Kailyn Scott, and it's a jump ball.
And it's going to stay Indians basketball here. Some subs coming in. McKinley Toby coming out. Callie White coming out. Coming in is Gabby Staples and Hallie McCaslin here. Looks like they're getting their shooters in here, and they're getting ready to run a shooting play, put some more points on the board.
So the inbound from Scott finds Quinn. Quinn, hook shot, no good. Ball's up for grabs, and it's still up for grabs, and it's finally taken away by Kailyn Scott, who draws a foul. It will be on the floor.
That was some really, really good aggressive defense there. Good aggressive offense, too.
So that's already number 2 on Baltonsperger of Auburn. So she will take a seat on the bench. Replacing her is Harmony Frank. So 3 team fouls for Auburn, 2 for Broken Bow. Off the inbound and off the glass and in is McCaslin. And back and forth, lead changes here in the first quarter. And back in is Darnell for Auburn. And now Binder has to break that press, finds Billings, and quickly back to Binder. Under a minute. And Binder now on the left side being defended by Kailyn Scott. And Scott now goes to Billings, 10 on 10. And back to Billings. Billings wants the three, misses off the front iron. And the rebound comes from Broken Bow, but a timeout is taken.
Yeah, and we're going to keep it here with us. Great game so far. We've seen a lot of this today. We've seen a lot of back and forth gameplay. In that last game there between the Adams Central Patriots, and the Bridgeport Bulldogs, we saw a lot of great back and forth, quite a few lead changes. Adams Central was able to come out on top there and break up Bridgeport's undefeated season here. The Indians coming into this one 7-2. Their losses to St. Paul and Adams Central, both of those close games. And Auburn coming into this matchup 6-4, though I do believe that they are better than their record shows.
Yeah, Broken Bow coming in, winning 3 of their last 4. St. Paul, Adams Central, great teams. We just saw the Patriots in the last game. And after this, we have Sydney and Oakland Craig. That should be a good one. North Bend Central, the top team in C1 against GICC. And then York and the home court advantage Kearney Bearcats later tonight is what is left of this special day in Nebraska girls basketball right here at Kearney High. And out of the timeout, a turnover from Broken Bow as Staples was looking to find McCaslin down low, just too high, and Auburn takes over, and they may very well save for a last-second shot to end the first quarter. And here's Binder. Binder dribbling towards the left and knocked away by Kailyn Scott right in front of the Broken Bow bench. And now inbounding is Melody Billings. And Billings has to find someone. Good coverage by Broken Bow, but finally does find Binder. Now 6 seconds. Here we go. Binder to Billings. 3 seconds. And a 3 there at the buzzer is no good from Frank. And that's how your first quarter will end. So 9-8 Broken Bow in front. Jack McGonigal, Chad Schmidt right here at the Nebraska Girls Basketball Showcase on Strive.
Go get it, Zach!
back here. Second quarter action, Broken Bow and Auburn. It's been a fun, tight, highly competitive first quarter. And Chad, what are your first quarter thoughts from both squads?
You know, I think both squads are putting up a really, really good game, both offensively, but especially defensively. We kind of knew, or I kind of knew at least coming into this was going to be a defensive matchup. Broken Bow averages, I think it's 57 or 60 points a game, and so far, Auburn has been able to hold them at a lot less than that. You know, at this pace, we'll maybe hit 50, but Broken Bow on the offensive there.
And right out of the timeout, McCaslin gets a steal, but just can't put in the left-handed layup, and Binder scooped up the rebound, and now Binder taking it herself past half court, being defended by Kailyn Scott, goes to her right, was towards the baseline, now backs up behind the three-point line and goes to the post in Darnell. And
Maddox there.
And Maddox drove right to the rim on the left side and drew contact. So Auburn, they've been pretty solid from the free throw line tonight, and they'll get another opportunity. And this time it's the sophomore Addie Maddox, number 25.
Yeah, not to mention Binder there, putting on the moves, showing us how good of a ball handler she is. That first one there from Maddox is good to tie it up at 9.
So 9-9 from Maddox. That foul was on McCaslin, her first, the team's third. And another free throw coming is good. So 2 for 2 from Addie Maddox. And it's 10-9 Auburn. Just about 30 seconds into the second quarter. And a near steal, but Broken Bow hangs on. And here's Toby. Toby goes back to Scott. And now to Staples. Staples and one! Gabby Staples goes center of the lane in a right-handed layup and in for a potential three-point play and an and one. So the first foul, that one comes on Addie Maddox, who just knocked down the 2 free throws and now gives back a free throw to Broken Bow, and it is good from Gabby Staples.
Yeah, Broken Bow now leads by 2, and something to add about the low-scoring game is that in their last home game versus McCook, we have a double dribble there, so a turnover. But at halftime, they were maybe 5 points ahead. It was a really, really low-scoring game, and then in the second half, they turned it on, and they ended up winning that game by 35.
Oh, wow.
So they are very, very good at kicking in the reserves, you know, keeping it until they need it. So Toby driving hard at the basket there, putting up 2 more to extend the Indians' lead to 4.
Nice right-handed layup there from Toby, and now Auburn pushing the tempo here, and the layup is good. Nice clean passing Franck on the bucket on the left-handed layup, and now Kailyn Scott with the basketball. Scott spin move at the wing, kicks it to Staples, but now 3-ball on the way, no good from Toby. An offensive rebound by Toby. She crashes the board, gets the rebound, and now here is Kailyn Scott. And Kailyn Scott hands it off to Quinn, and now back to Scott. And driving, tough move to the rim, but draws the foul is Staples. So Staples has now done that twice here in the second quarter, although this one doesn't fall in the hoop. And she'll get 2 free throws. The first foul from Olivia Swanson of Auburn, and the team's 5th already for the Bulldogs.
First one on the way, and good. Staples playing more minutes than she normally does. You know, normally she'll play towards the end if we're ahead, maybe subbing in if we really need her, but she's kind of been a key component so far this game. She's playing a lot more basketball than she normally does, so that's very interesting to see. She's handling it very well, especially in such a, you know, high-stakes game like this. The girls' showcase is known to be pretty prestigious, a lot of good teams, but...
So Staples goes 1 for 2, but Broken Bow doing a great job at crashing the boards. Another offensive rebound and another foul committed by Auburn. That's Franck's first and the team's 6th. So an interesting setup here.
Yeah, this is a play that they like to run a lot. It works really well for him. Opens up Kaya Scott.
Scott misses the 3-pointer, and it will be last touched by Broken Bow. So Auburn will have the basketball down 3 with 6:19 to play in the first half. The press from Broken Bow. Binder gets the inbound and now has to work. Nice again. Nice ball handling, trying to get past Kailyn Scott. She finds Billings. And Billings now nice to wide open. Down low is Darnell. And she gets the easy lay-in for 2.
Indians need to retaliate now to get their lead back up.
Here's number 10, Staples. Staples gets it to White. And White now to Staples. Staples puts it in on the floater. Right in the middle of the paint. She gets 2 more. And Auburn now finds Franck. And Franck gets it to Mateen. And a timeout taken by head coach Grant Cole.
And we're going to keep it here. And, you know, something that's really, really interesting, Gabby Staples, the freshman, the leading scorer for this Broken Bow team right now is 6 points. That is very, very impressive for someone, you know, who's not in the starting lineup, normally a second or third line player, but coming out here and playing some hard, good basketball.
It's been a competitive matchup so far. 2 great teams. Again, the Indians and the Bulldogs coming in winning records, 8-2 and 6-4. And Broken Bow, again in the central Nebraska area, just to the north of here. Auburn more on the eastern side of the state. They're about an hour 15 south of Omaha. So these 2 teams don't get together very often as they're in different parts of the state of Nebraska. That's what this kind of day is for. Teams that don't get to play often are on the floor at the same time. And out of the timeout, Auburn has the basketball. Screen made. And now on the left side is Binder. Binder goes to Franck. Franck, top of the key, swings it to Mateen. And again, swinging. Nice passing behind the 3-point line. Here's Billings. Billings now back to Franck. Franck to Binder. Binder being defended by Scott. Binder wants to drive, instead kicks it to Mateen. And now at the top of the key is Darnell. Nothing coming easy for Auburn. Losing it is Billings, and picking the ball up off the floor was Kailyn Scott, and she'll bring the ball up herself.
Yeah, that was a really, really good defensive sequence there by the Indians. Really tough defense there, and they ended up getting the steal. Just great for them. They can come back down and hopefully extend that lead there, get themselves a little bit more comfortable.
And McCaslin wants the 3, hits about every part of the rim, but doesn't go. And a rebound, or a jump ball for the rebound. And we'll stay right here with Broken Bow as the possession arrow points in their favor. And into the game for Broken Bow returning is McKinley Toby, the 5'9" sophomore. So inbounding is Scott. That's Kailyn Scott. And she goes to her sister Kaya. Kaya wants the 3, no good. A little short, and it's rebounded by Darnell. And now Darnell quickly goes to Binder. Binder brings the ball past half court, goes to the left side of the floor, goes to Billings. And now Billings towards the center. At the top of the key, Franck swinging all the way to the right side. There's Binder. Binder trying to get around, but good defense from Kailyn Scott, not letting Binder get past her. And now feeding Darnell down low. Darnell on the block. Tough shot, or tough, tried to get a shot up, but couldn't. And Broken Bow takes it away. Now all the way down the floor is Toby. Toby on the right side and draws the foul as she goes up with the shot on the block. So Toby will head to the free throw line for her first free throws of the day. And that's number 2 on Franck and the team's 7th.
Broken Bow's defense really stepping it up here. They've kind of been a brick wall. The first one there is going to be good for Toby. They're going to extend that lead to 4 and officially, you know, make it a 2-possession lead, which is very good for them. You know, you can kind of settle in a little bit, not be so worried about, you know, every time Auburn gets the ball, you're losing that lead.
So one more coming from Toby, and the free throw up and good. So 2 for 2. We've seen good free throw shooting from both sides here in the first half. And now Billings looking for somebody, finally does find Mateen, and she quickly goes back to Billings. Billings being tightly defended by McCaslin. And now to Billings. And Billings looking for Binder, nearly hit the ref there as Binder now really tight defense from Staples. Binder still has the basketball, goes to her right, now towards the hoop. Right-handed layup comes up short, and it's picked up by the other number 10, Gabby Staples. And here's Kaya Scott. And now Scott goes to McCaslin. 3 on the way. Nice pass. Shot no good. And running after the board was Quinn. Somehow saves it. And now on the block and fouled as going up with it was McCaslin. And now McCaslin earns a trip to the free throw line. And just never quit. Broken Bow. A ton of offensive rebounds here in the first half. And that's been Auburn's problem, is giving Broken Bow these chances, and then they result in fouling. And then there's good free throw shooting for Broken Bow.
And something to look at is the difference in team fouls. The Auburn Bulldogs with
8 to 3.
And the Indians just with 3. So every foul for the rest of the half that Auburn makes, the Indians are shooting, which you really don't want, because as they've proven so far, they're great from that free throw line. As McCaslin's second is good, and they're going to extend that lead to 6.
So actually 7 right now.
Oh, 7, sorry.
21-14, largest lead of the day for Broken Bow. And now up the floor, here come the Bulldogs. And Auburn, the Bulldogs, their boys basketball team had a historic run. Big win streak, which was snapped this year. Won a couple state titles the previous years, as the 3 goes from Melody Billings on the the left side, kind of in the corner. She ends the Auburn scoring drought, and shot no good there from Toby. And the foul called against Broken Bow. And that comes on Toby, I believe. And just again, Broken Bow still clean. A couple more fouls to give before Auburn is shooting. And yeah, that was the first on Toby, so the team's 4th of the half, as we have 2 minutes and 42 seconds to play. And it's 21-17, Indians up 4. And good defense again by Broken Bow. And down low, McCaslin can't get it to go. Ball is in the air for the rebound, and we will have an Auburn basketball, as Broken Bow is the last to touch it. So inbounding is Melody Billings, and Billings hands it off to Binder. And Binder, spin move to try and get Scott off her tail. And now to the right side of the floor, Binder. Binder goes to Darnell. Darnell now to Maddox. Maddox towards the rim. No good on the layup. And the rebound is corralled by Brianna Quinn. And up the floor to Staples. Staples loses it, but chasing after is McCaslin. McCaslin falls to the floor, and Billings will pick it up. And Billings has one girl to beat, and she will draw the foul on the right side as she goes up for the layup. And the foul will be by Gabby Staples, number 10. And that's her first, the team's 5th, but 2 free throws coming for Billings.
Don't know if there's a slippery floor out there or what, but a couple of Indians tripping there, losing the ball, giving Auburn a really good chance here to put some points on the board and get themselves back in this one real close.
So Billings misses her first free throw attempt, and we'll get one more with 1:53 to play in the half. And that's good. So it goes 1 for 2. And Auburn brings it back to a 1-possession game. It's 21-18, Broken Bow. And Kailyn Scott now. And she gets it to Toby, swinging it around to Quinn. And now there's Kaya Scott. Kaya Scott driving, and it will be a foul called against on just a runaway, but the call was against Quinn. So that is the 6th team foul and the first on Quinn. It will be an inbounds play for Auburn right in front of their bench. And Binder has the basketball, and Kailyn Scott is defending her. And she goes to her left. Now at half court. Back into the game is Baltonsberger with 2 fouls. Something to note. Baltonsberger having trouble finding someone. He finally finds Maddox, but a double dribble is called, and Broken Bow will have the basketball. So
taking it out, it's going to be Martin.
A 4-0 scoring run for Auburn, trying to maybe spark some momentum heading into the locker room. And Kailyn Scott, number 3, has the ball. Maybe do you expect Broken Bow to go after, or will they save it for the last second shot?
I think just as Kailyn Scott did, they're going to go for everything they can. I mean, it's not really going to hurt here. Their defense has been great, so I think they're going to rely on their offense to just start getting them ahead, start putting up those points. They know that they have the three-point shooters. Kailyn Scott kind of having an off day, but...
So Baltensperger drives to the lane and on the block knocks in the right-handed layup. So Auburn is within one. And Kailyn Scott now flying down the floor. She draws the foul as she goes up for the layup in the center of the lane. And 2 free throws coming for Kailyn Scott. And like Chad said, arguably the best free throw shooter on this Broken Bow squad. So 2 free throws coming, the 9th team foul against the Bulldogs. And the first from Scott is good. So Broken Bow doing their best, trying to keep that distance away from Auburn as we approach halftime, as there's 30.9 to play. And the second one is good. So she's perfect from the free throw line today. And it's 23-20. Indians up 3. And Broken Bow defense wants a stop and a turnover here in the final 30 seconds. And there's the 5 seconds, and Broken Bow's defense makes the stop they wanted. And a great job from the Indians. And it gives them the basketball. And Toby will inbound. Toby finds Scott. Scott to her right. And now kicks it to Staples. And Staples draws a foul as she attacks the glass. And Staples is heading to the free throw line. Broken Bow's gotten a good chunk of their points from the charity stripe here in the first half. So that's the second on Binder, and Broken Bow now in the double bonus. And the free throw, a little long, and the first miss of the day for the Indians. And one more coming. And that misses, but an offensive rebound, what they've been able to do all game and wipe away, because Martin puts up 2. And a foul is called in the backcourt on Gabby Staples. And that is the team's 7th foul. So now Auburn has the chance to shoot some free throws, and that's number 2 on Staples. 17 seconds flat. And the free throw is good. So earns her another. If you're unfamiliar, the way a single bonus works, you make the first, you get another chance at a free throw. If you miss, it's a live ball. So Binder makes it, so she gets another one. And that second free throw, no good. And the rebound by the Indians. Less than 15 seconds. Here's Kailyn Scott with the basketball. Screen made, Scott uses it, goes to her left. And now with the basketball is White. White goes to number 22, Toby at the buzzer, and is long. 25-21. Broken Bow leads by 4 at the half. And your first half thoughts?
Yeah, first half thoughts. Both teams playing a really, really good game of basketball. I'd say Bulldogs, if they could clean it up, you know, those 10 fouls, they don't really need those. If they could clean those up, they could really get themselves back in this game. The Indians probably made 6 or 7 points here on free throws. So for the Bulldogs, I'd say clean it up. You know, less fouls in the second half. If you're the Indians, I'd say keep doing what you're doing. You got a lot of good offense going. Maybe get some of your big shooters like Kailyn Scott back up. She's been pretty quiet this game, but defensively, they've been phenomenal. So I think we're just about ready here for our courtside halftime interview. So should be going to that sometime soon.
And we're down on the floor with Mike Sauter.
Good thing is you're leading at half. Another good thing is they're in a little bit of foul trouble. But how do you get more offense?
We just got to make shots. I mean, we've had good shots. We're just missing them. And I know that sounds pretty basic, but we missed a lot of easy shots. And we got to shoot open ones, too.
Some turnovers that are kind of, you know, young team stuff.
Yep. Yeah. We'll get there. I think our pressure's starting to get there a little bit. We're starting to get home a little bit on that. Maybe that could create some easy offense the other way, but we just got to make some easy shots and we'll be fine.
All right, good luck.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to be back. We're going to go to break right now, and we will be back here at Kearney High.
Mike, so that'll do it for this half. We're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be right back with the second half. Hopefully watch the second half of what's turning out to be a great basketball game. We're Strive streaming or broadcasting, and so thank you for joining us at the Nebraska Girls Showcase.
The University of Nebraska at Kearney continues to make bold moves, like climbing to number 6 for Best Midwest Regional Universities, UNK's highest ranking ever, and opening Discovery Hall, a new building designed for hands-on learning. UNK is a leader in programs like business and technology, health sciences, visual arts, teacher education, and many more. If you're ready to make a bold move towards your career, visit unk.edu and get started today. Be blue, be gold, be bold, be a Loper.
Your cart is in store or online, your traffic is on the road or the web, or you meet customers in person or virtually, your business needs to be connected to customers, the market, and the world. Discover the difference that comes from working with a local team of experts with over a century of experience providing custom fiber-driven solutions to businesses across the Midwest. We understand the changing needs of your Midwestern business because we are a Midwestern business. Great Plains Communications, high-performing network, high-performing people.
Download the new and improved Strive mobile app for your iOS device. Never miss an event. Get updates, scores, and notifications direct to your iOS device. Download the new and improved Strive iOS app today.
Lines Appliance of Broken Bow is proud to offer their customers a wide selection of home appliances, from washer and dryer repairs to deep freezes. They pride themselves on customer service all the way through to delivery. In addition to appliances, Lines has TVs, some as big as 80 inches, grills, coolers, and other awesome tech. Stop in often to see what's new. Lines Appliance of Broken Bow, online at linesappliances.com.
Well, on top of Auburn, it's been a tightly competitive first half, and excited for the second half. The Indians got a good chunk of their points on the free throw line. Auburn needs to clean it up a little bit more, and they were able to get 10 fouls in the first half, so the Indians were able, good free throw shooting, as Broken Bow coming in 8-2, looking to become 9-2 if they can hang on this first half, up 4 points. As the Indians, again, coming off a win last night against the Holdridge Dusters, winning 3 of their last 4. Their only losses coming to 10-1 St. Paul and 8-1 Adams Central. And for the Auburn Bulldogs, again, they're looking for their third ever trip to the state tournament. Haven't been since 2018. And then 4 losses to teams with a combined record of 35-5. And this Auburn team hasn't played a school from this far west since losing the district final to Sydney. And they come in on a 2-game losing streak, so hoping to make that and turn things around. And they've beaten 5 NSA 3s and 1 2s, the wins in how Auburn. comes into today. And with that being said, we will take a timeout, and we will be back for the second half between Auburn and Broken Bow. Jack McGonigal and Chad Schmidt right here on the Nebraska Girls Showcase on Strive.
Your cart is in store or online, your traffic is on the road or the web, or you meet customers in person or virtually. Your business needs to be connected to customers, the market, and the world. Discover the difference that comes from working with a local team of experts with over a century of experience providing custom fiber-driven solutions to businesses across the Midwest. We understand the changing needs of your Midwestern business because we are a Midwestern business. Great Plains Communications, high-performing network, high-performing people.
Lines Appliance of Broken Bow is proud to offer their customers a wide selection of home appliances, from washer and dryer repairs to deep freezes. They pride themselves on customer service all the way through to delivery. In addition to appliances, Lines has TVs, some as big as 80 inches, grills, coolers, and other awesome tech. Stop in often to see what's new. Lines Appliance of Broken Bow, online at linesappliances.com.
The University of Nebraska at Kearney continues to make bold moves, like climbing to number 6 for Best Midwest Regional Universities, UNK's highest ranking ever, and opening Discovery Hall, a new building designed for hands-on learning. UNK is a leader in programs like business and technology, health sciences, visual arts, teacher education, and many more. If you're ready to make a bold move towards your career, visit unk.edu and get started today. Be blue, be gold, be bold, be a Loper.
All right, everybody, thank you for joining us here in the Nebraska Girls Basketball Showcase. We've had a great showdown here between the Indians and the Auburn Bulldogs. The Indians were able to pull out on top after that first half with a score of 25-21. So, what are your thoughts after the first half?
It's been fun again, and Broken Bow really capitalized on their free throw shooting in the first half. They were given the chances and they capitalized, as we are back for second half action between Broken Bow and Auburn. And Auburn has the basketball, but a quick turnover, and the Indians have it. The Indians clinging on to a 4-point lead with 7:49 to play in the game. And Broken Bow, as Kailyn Scott bring the ball up the floor.
Yeah, I believe the fouls were 10-7 in that last half, so Bow just had more opportunities at the shooting fouls, and I believe that's what took them ahead, honestly. I mean, with the 4-point lead, Kailyn Scott, no good. She's been a little off today. Can say, as someone who commentates her games quite frequently, only having she's not up there on the board so far. I believe it's 3 points this game. That's a very, very quiet game for her. She's normally up there, scores about 15. So Kailyn Scott, her sister, now with the ball, carrying it up.
And here is Broken Bow with the ball. Here's Kailyn Scott at the free throw line, kicks it back out to Quinn. Quinn running the baseline, floater and good. Brianna Quinn hits the first points of the second half. And now here come the Bulldogs. And here's number 10, Melody Billings of Auburn. And Billings gets it to Darnell. And Darnell now to Binder. And Binder to Franck, and quick pass down low. Beautiful pass to Darnell, who makes the easy bucket. And it's 27-23, minute and a half in to the second half. And here's Scott. Scott, tough move, fouled by number 24, Sydney Binder. And that should be Binder's third.
Scott 4 for 4 so far on her free throws today. Looking to improve that.
So it's a shooting foul. So that's the third personal on Binder. The first team foul. And now Scott 5 for 5 from the line.
See, and that's the thing. Those 5 points that the Indians are ahead could have been Scott's free throws. You know, those fouls, they just kill this Auburn team if they had maybe cleaned up their game a little bit in the first half. And hopefully they do in the second half as Scott misses her first, so she's now 5 for 6. But hopefully Auburn cleans it up. A fast break there for number 25.
And now nobody there on the defense, but everybody's crashed the boards now. Auburn can't connect. And Toby with the rebound. She gets it to McCaslin, and McCaslin's shot no good. And rebounded by Swanson, and she gets it to Billings. And now Billings with the ball gets past Scott. And Billings loses control. Scott's on the floor. Scott picks it right up. And here comes Kailyn Scott, and she gets it to number 10, Staples, who's fouled on the left side. And Staples head to the line for 2.
And already 2 shooting fouls here in this third quarter.
So the second personal on Jaylee Darnell. And now 2 free throws, for Staples. And Staples' first free throw up and good.
Staples has been pretty good on her free throws today, too. I think she's only missed 1 as well.
And 1 more coming for Staples. And short on that, but the offensive rebound, a huge rebound. And now Toby for 3, top of the key, and Toby hits the triple. And Broken Bow, name of the game, second chance opportunities. There was another one there. Scott nearly pickpockets the Bulldogs, and Billings gets it. And it's taken away by Scott. And here's Kailyn Scott, number 3, and a foul called. We a reach in on Harmony Franck, number 5.
And this is a little bit what I talked about in the last half of this game. Broken Bow really knows when to turn it on. They kind of save it for the second half. You can already see coming out here. They're looking more aggressive, just a little bit faster, more fast-paced game. They're not slowing it down, running the offense as much. They're crashing the boards, going for the fast breaks here. So that's a little bit of what I was talking about. I expect to see the pace of this game just up and up as we continue. Kailyn Scott going up, and she's going to put in 2 more to put the Indians up by 11 now.
So the first double-digit lead of the day. Broken Bow has made some great second-half adjustments and really taken this game into their hands. And here's Billings. Billings being picked up at half court, and Binder has to go run after, and Billings has the ball, being tightly defended by Martin. And Billings now that was number 25 in Maddox, and a foul called off the ball. And that's on Toby. And the first Broken Bow foul of the half.
I believe Toby's third.
And that will be the second on Toby. Team's first. And
Toby with 8 points, though. More than her normal, a very impressive number.
She's played well today, as has the entire Indian squad. Billings runs the floor and 1 as she goes up for the layup and draws contact, and Billings is going back to the free throw line. And that's on Scott, her second, the team's second. So an old-fashioned 3-point play opportunity if Billings can connect on this free throw, as there's 4:38 to go in the third quarter, 34-25. Broken Bow in front, up 9. But Billings could cut that lead to 8 with a good free throw, and she does. 34-26, Indians ahead by 8. And now with the basketball, Gabby Staples. And Staples, top of the key, goes to White. Hands it off to Scott, top of the key, 3-ball from Scott. And she takes those 3 points right back for Broken Bow. And now a trap in the corner, but the speed of Binder gets past that. And now Binder racing down the floor and tried to find Baltonsberger, but it's taken away. And now here's Broken Bow in transition. And Scott goes to Quinn, who quickly finds Martin. And now Martin on the left side and nearly losing control is Toby. She does regain it. And back to Martin, corner three, little long. And the rebound up for grabs, and Billings will take it, but she's being double teamed, and she finds Binder. And now here's Binder in transition. And Binder going to number 32 in Baltonsperger, and it is a foul. And an and one as Darnell picked it up and put it in and drew contact. And now here's Darnell at the free throw line for one. Jaylee Darnell with 7 points on the day. And leading all scorers is Toby, number 22.
Actually, Melody Billings has 12 points, which would lead scorers for both teams.
Yeah, I was looking at I guess she had the most one.
Yeah,
out of everybody on the floor. Okay. And now moving down the floor, and shot no good, but rebounding it was White, and White is fouled. It should be on the floor. It will be an inbounds play, yes, for Broken Bow. That's the fourth team foul on Auburn, and the third personal of Darnell. Yes, so 12 points for Billings, leading all scorers. Nice backdoor cut by Scott, and an easy lay-in on the left side. Kind of ran that baseline, sneaked back there, and got it in for two. And she's up to 9 points on the day. So Auburn and Broken Bow really just exchanging buckets now. Binder having trouble in the backcourt, has to get around, and she tries to split the defenders between White and Staples, and is fouled for a reach-in. Kind of two players going at the ball, so we'll see who they charge the foul with. And actually will be Auburn, or Broken Bow basketball, so it was an Auburn turnover. Initially, I thought they blew the whistle for a foul, but it was an Auburn turnover, and Broken Bow has the basketball. And Kailyn Scott, number 3, just a handoff to Toby. And Toby finds Scott down on the block. Scott pivot back to Toby, and Toby looks to find Scott again on that, and now swinging it around on the opposite side of the floor is Callie White. White loses control, falls on the ground, but Staples has it and quickly finds Kailyn Scott. Now Kailyn Scott, center of the floor, kicks it back out, and the three off the mark from Quinn, but going after the board was Staples, and out of bounds, last touched by number 25, Addie Maddox of Auburn. So an inbounds play for Broken Bow in front of their bench, as taking a seat on the bench will be Kailyn Scott and Brianna Quinn, as a couple substitutions made for head coach Kelly Cooksley, who was previously at Axtell and now is in Broken Bow red. And bad pass there, but saving it. Nice hustle from Staples to find Toby. And Toby goes to Scott.
Coach Kelly Cooksley, also the main organizer of this event to mention. So not only does his team play today, but he's been very, very busy on the day as he has organized this event.
Well, it's ran smoothly so far from what I've noticed, and the Boys Heartland Hoops Classic Edition will be on February 12th in Grand Island at the Heartland Event Center. And that shot is good from number 3, Kailyn Scott. As she was in, and now she's back on the floor, and here come the Bulldogs. 41-28, under 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. And Auburn now quick passes, moving it around the floor. Here's Binder, and 3 on the way is good. Long 3 from Billings, and a timeout taken by Auburn. And the Bulldogs now 41-31 with a minute 45, and we'll take a quick break. Jack McGonigal right here with Chad Schmidt. You're watching the Nebraska Girls Basketball Showcase on Strive.
Lines Appliance of Broken Bow is proud to offer their customers a wide selection of home appliances, from washer and dryer repairs to deep freezes. They pride themselves on customer service all the way through to delivery. In addition to appliances, Lines has TVs, some as big as 80 inches, grills, coolers, and other awesome tech. Stop in often to see what's new. Lines Appliance of Broken Bow, online at linesappliances.com.
Become a new Strive school. Join a community of educators and students. Get access to support, resources, and education. Your fans watch for free, and there's even a new revenue opportunity for your school. Contact sales at strive.tv to sign up your school to become a Strive school.
Indians up 10 on the Auburn Bulldogs. My name's Jack McGonigal, right here with Chad Schmidt. And we've had a fun day. This is Game 5. We have 3 more ahead of us. Sydney and Oakland Craig, North Bend Central, Grand Island Central Catholic, and York and Kearney, all to follow this Broken Bow and Auburn game, where the Indians have taken control here in the second half, up 10 on the Bulldogs. And Broken Bow with the basketball right now. 3 on the way. Good from Janae Martin. She hits the triple on the right side, and an energetic Broken Bow bench after that 3 ball. And now a 13-point lead for the Indians, and a foul called. A reach-in on number 10, Gabby Staples, is charged with the foul.
You know, normally when commentating Broken Bow, I have a lot to talk about with the Scott sisters, and they're playing phenomenal today. But today I would really like to focus the attention on Broken Bow.
It's been the bench players. It's been the reserves have really stepped up. Toby's done a nice job. Martin, Staples.
Staples and Martin have both had a phenomenal night. More points than they normally would. A lot more minutes than they normally would. So maybe these 2 players are going to get in a rotation more and more often. And that's one thing, you know, being from Broken Bow, we love to see that we have such a deep bench. You know, we have freshmen playing varsity minutes, and to know that when your seniors leave, you're not out of luck is really, really good for Broken Bow.
So free throws coming, as that's number 2 on McCaslin, missing the first.
Indians now ahead by 13. Minute and 2 seconds left in this third quarter.
And that one goes for Swanson. And it's 44-32. She hits 1 of 2. And now with 11 is Kailyn Scott bringing the ball up the floor. Now Scott, top of the key, goes to her left where standing is Janae Martin. And now back to Scott. Quick passes swinging around to McCaslin. Now back around to Martin. And now to McCaslin, top of the key. Nice passing, firm passing, Broken Bow. Driving right there in the lane with Scott, just short on it. But the offensive board from McCaslin, she's short on it. And it's rebounded by Binder. And here comes Binder. And Binder being defended by Scott, point guard on point guard.
22 seconds left in this quarter.
And now to Darnell, top of the key, goes to Swanson. Swanson's being defended by White. And now to Baltonsberger. Under 10, Baltonsberger in a jump ball situation. And the possession arrow points towards Broken Bow. So Broken Bow will get the last shot with 7.1 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
That was a really good, smart move by Kai Scott to get that jump ball and give her team the final shot.
So Scott here driving as time's expiring and short at the buzzer. So end of the third quarter, 44-32. Broken Bow is ahead of Auburn. And the Indians in front up a dozen with 8 minutes to play.
Yeah, Indians having a phenomenal game. Like I said, they tend to turn it on in the second half. And we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be right back with the fourth quarter. We'll see you all very shortly.
Your cart is in store or online, your traffic is on the road or the web, or you meet customers in person or virtually. Your business needs to be connected to customers, the market, and the world. Discover the difference that comes from working with a local team of experts with over a century of experience providing custom fiber-driven solutions to businesses across the Midwest. We understand the changing needs of your Midwestern business because we are a Midwestern business. Great Plains Communications, high-performing network, high-performing people.
The University of Nebraska at Kearney continues to make bold moves, like climbing to number 6 for Best Midwest Regional Universities, UNK's highest ranking ever, and opening Discovery Hall, a new building designed for hands-on learning. UNK is a leader in programs like business and technology, health sciences, visual arts, teacher education, and many more. If you're ready to make a bold move towards your career, visit unk.edu and get started today. Be blue, be gold, be bold, be a Loper.
All right, and we're back here getting ready for the fourth and final quarter of our fifth matchup of the day. The Broken Bow Lady Indians taking on the Auburn Lady Bulldogs, and it's been a good showdown, but so far today our most decisive. I think the Indians have started the fourth quarter with about the largest lead of any team today.
So out of the break, Binder is in trouble. And a timeout taken in the backcourt. And Auburn again trailing by 12, 7:54 to play. It's been a fun day so far. Chad, have you been here since the start?
I have. I've been here since game one. It's been a great day, full of a lot of good basketball. Like I said, 12 points so far, been pretty much our largest sustainable lead. Most of these games are ending by 4 or 5
all pretty
points.
Close games, yeah.
We are actually a little bit behind time-wise because our first game,
went to overtime.
Yeah, the Cougars and the Coyotes there, they went to overtime. And the Coyotes ended up coming on top of that one by 1 point. And we've seen a lot of comebacks, too. I think we've seen 3 or 4 comebacks almost all of our games. As Binder has this one now, taking it up the court.
So out of the timeout, Binder has it. Just got caught in the backcourt, double teamed and in trouble. Had to burn a timeout. And here's Billings, and that ball is deflected by number 3, Kailyn Scott. And it'll be an inbound for Billings. And Billings finds Binder.
Binder been a phenomenal player today for the Bulldogs. A great ball handler, as has Billings.
Binder goes to Billings, now back to Billings. And Billings swinging it to Frank. And Billings, nice defense from Broken Bow. Nothing coming easy at all for the Bulldogs. And here's Billings.
Yeah, and this Broken Bow defense kind of turned into a brick wall in that second quarter. I mean, they shut Auburn out for quite some time. Billings going for the open 3, and she's going to sink that one to close the gap down to 9.
Really good shot there from Billings. Melted a bit of clock as we're under or a minute over into this fourth quarter. And it's 44-35, Broken Bow. And here's Toby. And Toby goes to Scott. Now to Martin. And to Staples. Nice passing from the in. Stop, pop. 10-footer good from number 3, Kailyn Scott.
She's been phenomenal today, kind of leading the Indians.
And here's Binder. And Binder to Billings. Billings going towards the center of the court. Billings trying to go right to the rim, but a foul called on the floor against Broken Bow. Believe that will be on number 10, Gabby Staples.
It was actually on number 30, Janae Martin, her first of the game. Broken Bow 6th of the half. Last half it was the Bulldogs leading in fouls, but now it is the Indians. The Bulldogs have seemed to clean up their game a little bit, which has helped them. Broken Bow, no shooting fouls yet, or no bonus fouls yet.
And one on the drive from number 5, Harmony Frank, and she earns a trip to the line off an and one on a right-handed layup. And Auburn needs to get going, as that's number 4 on Staples and the team's 7th. So Auburn will be shooting free throws from here on out as they have entered the single bonus. And a free throw coming for the 5'10" senior Frank. She is the tallest member of this Auburn team. And the free throw, no good, but right there for the board. Auburn still fighting, and that is number 42, Darnell. And she's in a battle with McCaslin on it, and it will be a foul on McCaslin. So Darnell will get free throws, and that's the 8th team foul on Broken Bow. So 1-and-1 opportunity. That's number 4 on McCaslin. 4, Staples has 4, McCaslin has 4. And big time free throws here from Darnell. First one goes. So 46-38, and the Bulldogs within 8. Still plenty of time to play, 6 minutes. And Darnell, her second free throw is good. Hits the rim, backboard, and in. So she goes 2 for 2, and 46-39 now Auburn within striking distance.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Kailyn Scott, number 3, goes to Toby. Toby swinging it around to Kaya Scott. Scott back to Toby. Toby open 3 off the mark, no good. And the rebound, bringing it down, was Baltonsperger of Auburn. And she hands it off to Binder. And here comes Binder. And Binder to Billings. Billings, 18 points on the day, leads all scorers. And Billings now back to Darnell at the top of the key. And Darnell hands it off to Billings. Billings on the left side, tough pass, a lot of Indians around, and Broken Bow takes it away. And in transition, Broken Bow needs a bucket, bit of a scoring drought, and a foul called. And that should be on Franck, number 5. And that's her 4th, the team's 5th. So now both teams dealing with players with 4 fouls as Franck is on the bench, and into the game for Auburn is Addie Maddox, number 25. And number 3, Kailyn Scott gets the inbound. Scott's a senior. So is her twin sister, Kaya. And that ball, bad pass from Scott, but on the floor for it was Kaya Scott, and a timeout taken by head coach Kelly Cooksley of Broken Bow.
Yeah, so Broken Bow's going to take the timeout, and we're going to take it with them. We'll be right back.
Lines Appliance of Broken Bow is proud to offer their customers a wide selection of home appliances, from washer and dryer pairs to deep freezes. They pride themselves on customer service all the way through to delivery. In addition to appliances, Lines has TVs, some as big as 80 inches, grills, coolers, and other awesome tech. Stop in often to see what's new. Lines Appliance of Broken Bow, online at linesappliances.com.
All right, everybody, welcome back here to the Nebraska Girls Basketball Showcase. Indians leading the Bulldogs by 7 points with a score of 46-39. Indians in a little bit of trouble as the Bulldogs are starting to try and make their 4th quarter comeback run. We've got 4 minutes and 50 seconds left. Bulldogs have kind of showed up a little bit in the 4th quarter. It was a pretty decisive 3rd quarter for the Indians as they ended it up by a dozen. But Bulldogs have pretty much cut that lead in half, and they've been playing a phenomenal game. Billings, Melody Billings, has played such a good game here for the Bulldogs. Kai Scott with the ball, throwing that one down to McKinley. Toby running it around, kicking it back out to Martin. Martin's going to take the 3-pointer, no good. Rebounded there by Darnell.
So Auburn now has a chance. 4.5 to play, down 7. And here come the Bulldogs. And Binder, per usual, bringing the ball up the floor. She goes to Billings, who's on her right. Now Billings over the top. There's Baltonsperger. Can't lay it in, but gets her own rebound and kicks it back to Billings. And Billings again on the right side, right in front of her team's bench, and a foul called. That will be on number 22, McKinley Toby, the sophomore. And the team's 9th. That's Toby's 3rd personal, so a 1-and-1 coming for Billings. And if she hits these 2 free throws, she will hit the 20 mark. And her first free throw, it's a big one, is no good. Rattles around but doesn't fall. And the rebound comes from Kaya Scott, who gets it to her sister, Kailyn Scott. And Scott with the basketball, screen made by Quinn. And now in the corner is Staples, hands it off to Toby, and a travel, or excuse me, not Toby, that was Martin, and a travel violation, and Auburn has the basketball.
Some big possessions coming up for Auburn here with just under 4 minutes left in this game. Auburn's got to start doing something with these. They're getting quite a few opportunities, but got to make the difference on the scoreboard.
And now Auburn with Binder at the top of the key. She goes to Maddox, and now trying to find Baltonsperger down low, and is knocked away, but last touched by Broken Bow. Inbounds play coming for the Bulldogs, and inbounding will be number 10, Melody Billings, the 5'5" senior. And Billings on the inbound finds an open Maddox. Maddox 3 on the way, good. And Auburn's within 4, 46-42. And all of a sudden, here in the final 3.5 minutes, we got a good one on our hands, folks. And now to the right is number 3, Kailyn Scott to Kaya Scott. Scott tightly defended by Maddox. And now the clamps put on by Auburn.
Yeah, I think for Broken Bow, you need some of your bigger players like Kaya Scott to start nailing their shots. She's been really quiet all game.
And
so
a reach-in foul called. That's the third personal on Maddox, the team's 6th. You have to be careful if you're Auburn now. One more, and Broken Bow's at the line. They've done a terrific job from the free throw line. And now Scott back to Staples, back to Scott. And Kailyn Scott, number 3. Kailyn Scott wants to drive, and she loses control. It's taken away by Billings. Here's Billings in transition. Billings going up with it, and a foul called. It will be on Scott. So Billings will go to the line for 2 as Auburn has entered the double bonus. And Billings, and that's number 3 on Kailyn Scott. With 2:42 to play, it's a 3-point game. 46-43, Broken Bow.
Definitely turn it into a nail biter here.
And a big scoring run here in the fourth quarter from the Bulldogs. And now one more coming for Billings. And doesn't get that to go, but the offensive rebound is picked up by Darnell. And now Auburn has a chance to tie this thing up with a 3 and cut it to 1 with a 2. And now Darnell goes to Maddox. Maddox, reverse layup, a little wild, but it is rebounded by Quinn. And Quinn goes to Scott.
Indians really needing to do something here to, get that lead back up.
And the foul called. And they say it is a shooting foul, so it's an and 1. And exactly what Broken Bow needed. Kaya Scott drives to the right, lays it in, and gets the foul to go with it. And that's number 4 on Addie Maddox, the team's 7th. So this would make it a 6-point game if she could hit this free throw. And she does. 49-43, Broken Bow up 6.
Broken Bow needs to get that brick wall defense back that they had earlier on in this game where they shut Auburn out and went on a scoring run. Auburn kind of figured out how to break that defense.
So that's a foul away from the ball. And that's a foul. And that will put Auburn back to the free throw line, number 2 on Brianna Quinn. And again, the team in the double bonus, so Darnell is at the line for 2 guaranteed free throws. And the first free throw from Darnell, no good, off the back iron.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a battle going on down there. I didn't know quite who the foul was going to be on because Darnell was also grabbing at Quinn pretty hard. Those two were going at it, so it could have gone either way there.
And the next one goes, so up 5 now for the Indians. Hits 1 of 2, 49-44. Broken Bow up 5, under 2 minutes to play in the game.
And if you're the Indians, you have a really, really tough choice because you could hold the ball and run some of the clock, but you also don't have the biggest lead. All you have is a 2-possession lead, and that can be so dangerous in this game.
So for Broken Bow, here's Callie White looking for Scott, but it's a jump ball. Possession arrow points in Broken Bow's favor, so we'll stay right here. 94 seconds on the clock, and inbounding is number 3, Kailyn Scott, and all 4 of the other Indians at that half-court line ready to charge up the floor, but they actually say it's Auburn's ball, so the possession arrow is now pointing in Auburn's favor.
It's a little bit of a late decision there, but after a little deliberation from the referees.
So a sigh of relief from the Bulldogs. And now under a minute and a half. Here's Binder. Binder being defended by Scott, goes to her left, right where Maddox is. Maddox is driving, nice pass in the middle and can't put it in as Baltonsperger. And Broken Bow gets a massive rebound. And Scott has the basketball now. And Scott maybe trying to kill some clock as Binder falls to the ground, and the foul on Maddox, and that should be number 5. Yes, it will. So that's number 5 on Maddox. Maddox finished the day with 5 points. And a great effort from her today, but free throws coming for Scott, as that was the team's 8th foul, so 1-1, but Kailyn Scott has been tremendous, good as you can be from the free throw line today.
I was going to say, if you're going to foul one person on this team, that person should not be Kailyn Scott.
And she hits the first.
These are some crucial points here for the Indians to put them up by 6. If she can get up by 7, make it a 3-possession game here with 1 minute and 3 seconds left, that would be pretty big here for the Indians, as she does.
And the next one goes, so up 7. Now a little bit of breathing room if you're Broken Bow. And here's Binder. Binder being defended by Scott. Timeout taken by Auburn's head coach, Grant Cole.
And we're going to keep it here. We don't want to take you away from this action, as this game is getting really, really good. 56.9 seconds left in this game. Indians are up by 7. And it's a 3-possession game for Auburn, and it's definitely possible for them to come back if they can just play some really, really good lights-out defense here.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been Broken Bow's really had the lead since the second quarter, and it got close there for a little bit, but now Broken Bow able to put that distance between them and the Bulldogs here down the stretch, as we are now under a minute, 56.9 to play. Broken Bow coming in 8-2 on the day, and Broken Bow, a team that's really been fun to watch this year. As you said, I mean, this team's very talented. They got a lot of good, talented young players on this squad.
Yeah, they really do. The freshmen and sophomores have been great tonight. Gabby Staples on the court now is one of them, who's just had a terrific night. 7 points on the night. That's really, really good for her. Really good in general, honestly. And it'll be Billings taking it out.
And out of the timeout, Auburn has it. Binder being defended by Scott. And Binder having trouble finding somebody, finally finds Billings. And Billings on the left side works her way towards the center of the lane. And the foul is called.
Gabby Staples will be out of the game.
That'll be the 5th on Staples with 38.7, so 2 free throws coming for Billings.
So in comes McKinley Toby and Hallie McCaslin here.
And 2 free throws coming for Billings. And the first one up and good. So that's a big one. She hits 20 points for herself today. Still down 6, but she does lead all scores for the Bulldogs. And the next one, good, rattles in, 51-46, now down 5. And they're going to get it to Scott because they know Scott's the best free throw shooter on the team, and she's fouled, so she will return to the free throw line. Still not guaranteed 2 automatic free throws, has to hit the first, but she's had no problem doing that here today, as that's the 4th personal on Sydney Binder and the team's 9th.
You know, something to be said about Billings, 21 points, 0 fouls for Billings. That is phenomenal stats.
Very clean basketball defensively. Scott makes the first free throw and puts her team, this could put her team from a 2-possession game to a 3-possession game. And she does. 53-46, Broken Bow ahead. And here comes Sydney Binder. And Binder need a prayer answered. And a timeout taken by head coach Grant Cole. Still trying to draw something up for his team.
Yeah, and again, we're going to keep it here, as we're not going to break up this action with 26 seconds left.
Yeah, absolutely. What's next for the Broken Bow Indians? They will travel to Kearney Catholic. Actually, that's a home game against Kearney Catholic. Travel to Wood River. And then Elkhorn North, which will be a really interesting matchup. Elkhorn North, the defending state champions in B, lost their first game last night. But they are a tremendous team. It'll be interesting to see how Broken Bow and Elkhorn North play each other. And those are the next three for the Broken Bow Indians, who are looking to become 8-2 on the year. And then what's next for Auburn? It's Lord Central Catholic away, Fairbury away, and then home against Falls City Sacred Heart, who's really been in control of Class D2 lately. The Catholic school in Falls City, just in that southeast corner of the state. But you see a lot of, kind of C1. They don't just stick to C1 teams. They're playing B teams. They're playing C2. So it's cool to see kind of the classes play against them amongst each other.
And one thing to mention, all the Broken Bow fans out there will know exactly what I mean when I say that this Kearney Catholic game coming up this next Thursday is a huge game for us. They're kind of rivals for us. They're in our district. We normally have to play them a lot in the district game or district finals games. So that's going to be a really, really good, big district matchup here for the Indians.
So Billings shot no good, but right there to make the rebound was Darnell, and she goes up for a second chance and is fouled. So Darnell will go to the line for 2 free throws.
With 10.7 seconds left.
So number 3 on Brianna Quinn, and 2 free throws coming for the Bulldogs. And the first one from Darnell is good. So she is now at 11 points on the day. And she has one more free throw here. And this next free throw. Up and good. 53-48, 5-point game. And no foul called there, still playing. And that should be it. And it is. 53-48, Broken Bow hangs on for the win against the Auburn Bulldogs. The Broken Bow Indians had their lead in the second quarter and never gave it up throughout the entire second half. It was a fun one. Auburn kept it close. Broken Bow had a lead as big as 13, and Auburn cut it to 2 at one point, but Indians hang on for a 5-point victory.
So we're going to keep it here for a minute. We're going to wait until they announce the player of the game here for Broken Bow, and then we'll kind of wait as they pass through the gate, and the star player will do the post-game interview.
It looks like they are. That's number 3, Kailyn Scott. Kailyn Scott had a tremendous game today, the starting point guard for Broken Bow. And she looked terrific, as did her sister, Kaya Scott. Just a great matchup. Broken Bow, again, that Kearney Catholic game. Circle it on the calendar. Should be a big one Thursday night in Broken Bow on the Indians' home floor. As Broken Bow still with 2 losses on the season and a fantastic start to the year 2022 for Broken Bow girls basketball. And the Indians looked really sharp. I think Broken Bow, they had a game plan in that second half, lockdown defense, and that's exactly what we saw. Broken Bow was able to commit turnovers. Auburn couldn't get the shot they wanted. It was a really awesome ball game to watch.
Yeah, so with that, let's send it down to our courtside interview.
It's Mike Sauter is with number 3.
All right, Kailyn, you are the Dairy Queen and Broken Bow player of the game. Go get, some ice cream. How about that?
That would be great. Celebrate it.
It's a little bit cold out, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. So you had a great game, obviously. It was kind of a little back and forth in the third quarter. You guys kind of stretched it out a little bit. Walk me through kind of the halftime talk, because it was a little tight. And then what was the message Coach said at halftime?
Well, our assistant coach came in saying we're passing up open looks on the 3. We're just hesitant, and we need to be more confident. So I think we stepped out with the confidence out of halftime, and we need to go more north-south instead of going side-to-side on our offense, and we moved the ball around a lot more.
Then you, in particular, have a little bit bigger role than last year. show that a little bit today, some leadership. Has that been fun for you this year? Obviously, clearly in this game you took advantage of, your opportunities.
It has been fun. I mean, we lost a great point guard last year, Callie Staples, and I wanted to step up and be that leader out on the court, whether it's verbally or just showing it like in practice or anything like that.
Okay, all right, congratulations. Get that Dairy Queen when you get home. Have fun.
Thank you.
All right, well, we will be back from the Nebraska Girls Basketball Showcase here at Kearney High School.
And with that being said, 53-48, Broken Bow wins this one over Auburn. The Indians improved to 8-2, the Dogs down to 6-5. And be sure to stay tuned for the rest of tonight's action, beginning Sydney and Oakland Craig just after this. My name's Jack McGonigal. I want to thank Chad right here, Chad Schmidt, the voice of the Broken Bow Indians. And with that being said, thank you to everybody who tuned in at any point during the game, and we'll see you back here for Sydney and Oakland Craig.